For 3 days, the world waited. Cardi B's live had broken the internet, millions of views, non-stop commentary, and endless debate. Everyone expected Nicki Minaj to clap back. But she didn't. Not a tweet. Not a post. Not a word. And that silence terrified the industry. Behind closed doors, executives scrambled. Cardi's receipts had hit too close to home. Labels were panicking, journalists were deleting old tweets, and the public was starting to ask the real question. If the feud was manufactured, then who was behind it? Then, on a quiet Thursday morning, Nicki returned, not with a rant, but with a strategy. She dropped a teaser, a 12-second clip of her in the studio, crown off, face calm, surrounded by empty platinum plaques. No words. Just a caption that read, "When they play chess, remember who taught the game." The internet exploded. Fans knew it meant something bigger, but no one guessed what was coming. 3 days later, Nicki launched a surprise project called The Reset. Not an album, not a single, a documentary short film. It wasn't about music. It was about manipulation, exploitation, and the dark business behind fame. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you're always in the loop. In the film, Nicki spoke directly to the camera. They turned us into headlines. They turned our art into ammo. I watched them build a story that made me the villain in my own career. Without naming Cardi, she acknowledged the pain both of them endured, and then did something no one expected. She said, "I don't hate her. I hate what they did to both of us." Those 8 words hit like a bomb. Fans were stunned. The media was caught off guard. And for the first time in years, the narrative shifted, from Nicki versus Cardi to Nicki and Cardi versus the system. The Reset documentary trended in over 30 countries. Major outlets called it a career-defining move. Even critics who once called Nicki too defensive praised her for exposing the game that nearly destroyed her legacy. And while Nicki never mentioned Cardi directly, her message was clear: she wasn't playing defense anymore, she was taking the throne back on her terms. Meanwhile, Cardi's camp reportedly went silent. Insiders hinted she was reconsidering her next move, because Nicki's bold act of maturity didn't just silence the noise, it flipped the narrative completely. For the first time since their feud began, the war looked like it might finally be ending. But peace in the music industry never lasts. Because just when it seemed like the queens were ready to unite, a mysterious leak from Nicki's own team reignited the flames all over again.